Hi, and thank you so much for tuning in for your September Written in the Stars Horoscope. I'm Madeline if we haven't met before, and if you're back, thank you so much. So, this month, astrologically speaking, we've got some pretty big shadow aspects to work with. Pluto, the planet of power and transformation, will finish up his retrograde this month, going direct on September 28th. So that means that this month, because he's the planet of, the underworld, of secrets, of death and rebirth, it's a perfect month to really think about uncovering and unpacking uncomfortable truths or things that you've been hiding from yourself, especially if they've been keeping you resistant to doing what you feel that you need to do, or that you've been kind of resisting a necessary evolution. Pluto is all about getting intimate with our fears and our desires, and he shows us that doing our shadow work really keeps us from doing shady work. So to hear more about what this Pluto direct aspect is doing for you, you can check out your horoscope on my blog, writteninthestars.co. So this month, as usual, I'll be doing your horoscope, a story of your month, followed by a fiercely focused spread to give you some really concrete action steps to take to make the most of the month. I really appreciate you. I hope if you like this video that you will like it, and subscribe if you want more, and I hope that this gives you a really magical month and a beautifully resonant reading. Now, without further ado, on to your reading. Hey, Leo! How are my lions and lionesses doing this September? I'm excited to... Whoa. Well, looks like some of you are doing pretty damn well. Okay, that's a nice way to open your reading. Let's just make sure you can see everybody. I love fall. I hate to be another one of those, people that's probably filling up Instagram with memes right now, but gosh, it really is my favorite season. So I hope you're enjoying it too. Let's see, Leo. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Good things going on for Leo, I can see. So what's coming, Spirit? What does Leo need to know for their highest good this month? Wow. Okay. All right, Leo. Leo, sun, moon, and rising. They need to know. Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising. Their highest good, Spirit. Their highest good. Okay. Beautiful. Leo. 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 Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising. And there you are, Leo. Okay, we're gonna fix this. Okay. Don't worry, Leo. It's just a minor earthquake. You're gonna be okay. Okay. Alright. You can see everybody a little better now. Okay. Leo. Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising. What do they need to know this month for their highest good? Wow. Wow. Whenever I see a queen and king of the same suit, Leo, that's always an exciting marker to me for possible love matches. Okay, but before I get ahead of myself, now we got your whole reading put together. Okay, Leo. Okay. A lot of opportunities this month. You may even feel like, oh my god, this is like, whoa, I thought I wanted opportunities and this is a lot. This is a lot happening all at once for you in September, Leo. But it's a really beautiful thing. You do have the card in the tarot for potentially even too much of a good thing. And what it actually makes me think of is the fact that you have... Jupiter is going to move out of Libra and into Scorpio next month in October. So for you, I have to do math. I have to do math for Leo. This is how much I love you. So for you, that's going to move into your 4th house, the house of home and family. I feel like some of you might be getting some sudden good news, and for many of you, it's financial. For many of you, it's like, hey, how about this new job or this new opportunity at least to get more resources? Because what they're saying is for some of you, it may not be the money up front. It may be more like the recognition, the promotion. You know, maybe if some of you are like models doing the work for exposure, or other kinds of artists who are quote unquote doing it for the exposure, photographers, writers, bloggers, you know, those of us who do this stuff for free in order to see if we can get our name further out there. I absolutely see that for you, and the beautiful news is it's there for you. The world is worldwide. The world is bigger, better, more beautiful than you were expecting. Some of you are publishing or broadcasting on a big level this month. And some of you are receiving massive accolades, like even to the wow, Spirit just said like degrees. So, and I should say, Leo, these are general readings, so some messages are going to resonate more than others because these are for every Leo that happens to tune in and listen to this video. So I want you to take what resonates with you and work with it. And anything that really doesn't resonate or ring a bell, I don't want it to worry you because it may apply to another Leo, or it may even be something that's going to come along, you know, a week or two later. So keep an open mind, but listen to your own intuition. This is empowering tarot. This is for you to be able to learn more about yourself and make the best moves. And on the topic of best moves, again, you have the world, you have dreams coming true, possibly even too much of a good thing, like, oh my God, more than I was expecting. Celebrating with friends, partying. It's going to be really important when you've got all of this going on, Leo, all of this on your plate, to rest and to reflect. You have just come out of, you know, like Leo season, your time in the sun, and now things are kind of settling back down, and I'm really feeling that there's a focus on your finances. Like this rest and reflection for many of you applies to either the type of work and amount of work that you're doing, or literally like your budget and working out, okay, well, if this is what I want and need, I need to kind of take a step back. You know how the phrase that people use, don't always be working in your business, take some time to work on your business. That's what I'm feeling is, you know, we can get very caught up in day-to-day life of like, okay, get the groceries, pay the bills, take the cat to the vet, gotta go for a run, oh God, I have homework for that class, and then I gotta be up by, you know, 6 again tomorrow to do it all again. And sometimes it benefits, or rather I should say, especially for you right now, it's incredibly beneficial to like stop, take a breath, like look at your task list and I can talk, task list, and then look at your calendar and see, okay, where and can I reasonably fit this in without making myself insane? Because you definitely can, Leo, but you don't want to be, you know, just caught up in the stress and the go of it, because it's really, as much as it may seem like, oh my God, I don't have time to sit here and plan this because I have so much to do. It's like, okay, come on. It's kind of like, it's like Spirit is showing me somebody frantically packing their suitcase for like a 2-week trip overseas the night before their flight. Like, you don't need to be under that degree of stress. You don't need to feel that limited in your options because, oh my God, I didn't even wash the stuff I wanted to wear, and now I'm ending up taking a bunch of stuff I didn't really want, or a bunch of dirty clothes, like on this long trip, because I just didn't take, you know, the 2 hours 2 weeks ago to write a list down of the things that I need. There's this sign that my mother used to have hung up in the house that said, be wise, plan ahead, avoid heartbreak and anxiety at time of departure. And that's what they're saying. So for some of you, there may even also be literal travel involved with this, like, because they're going hard on that, on the traveling metaphor. Some of you may be traveling for work or creativity, or the traveling for some of you, because again, general readings, is a symbol for the fact that, again, things are going bigger, wider, more worldwide than you possibly even expected. New opportunity, many tasks and projects. I'm feeling that for many of you Leos, they're coming in hard for those of you who do creative work / do a creative job, or just an art on the side of your job. Perhaps you're wanting to make it into something that makes money, or you're just doing it because it's what you love. But I feel that there's enhancement coming there. I feel that some of you are going to be fielding a lot of offers, sending out a lot of resumes, taking a lot of meetings. I feel it's very positive. Followed by the Ace of Pentacles, which is like golden opportunity. Now, golden opportunity, not to be confused with silver platter. This is something you're going to have to work. This is something you're going to have to be humble and hardworking and take it step by step. Like, you know, we don't leap from, you know, like the way that a teenager talks about how they're going to be like a CEO of their own company. And you're like, okay, that is totally awesome. But you want to tell them, and in a not discouraging way, you might have to start at the entry level and kind of work your way up. And that's what they're saying for you, is like Kendrick Lamar, be humble, right? Like, be humble. Start at the bottom. Don't see any indignity in that, because as a matter of fact, it's like, it's actually incredibly, it's incredibly valuable to do every step, to know every step, to do everything from janitor to CEO, because then you really have a lot of respect for the work. But also it's like they're saying, if you take it slow and steady, you can win the race. So pace yourself. With so much coming in, with things going bigger and better than you thought this month, with opportunities coming in, just take it slow and steady, take it one day at a time. Recognize your authority. You male and female Leos, everybody, you're here, the king and the queen, which again, and queens and kings in the court cards have nothing to do with gender. You could associate, you could be male and associate more with the Queen of Wands' personality than the King of Wands. But like I said earlier, whenever I see a queen and king of the same suit, there is very much an opportunity for a beautiful union in a couple. For some of you, that could be a romantic couple. For others of you, it could be in this business opportunity. And for a lucky few of you, maybe it's both. Isn't that nice? The Queen of Wands is a creative soul. She is confident and warm and charismatic and very nurturing. She knows how to bring out the creativity and the warmth in others. You know, when you have that person at a meeting, it's a bunch of strangers mingling, and some people really don't like that, and they kind of sit there with their arms crossed. The Queen of Wands is the kind of character who can come and like plop down next to this person with a smile and completely thaw them out. Like ask them actual real questions and make them feel appreciated, make them feel interesting. It's a gift of the Queen of Wands, and it's something you have, Leo. You light up a room. You are known for your charm. You're known for your literal warmth, ruled by the sun. She's holding the sunflower. And then, of course, the King of Wands. So I tend to think of queens as creators and kings as more conqueror personality types. And the King of Wands is somebody that is at the top of their creative game. This person probably makes money doing something exceptionally creative, or at least you see them as very much having carved out their own life. And creative can mean a lot of things. I don't want you to think that when I say he's creative means that the King of Wands necessarily has to like work in the visual arts or be an actor or a model or any kind of particularly like quote unquote arty occupation. A person who codes software is creative. A person who, an architect is marvelously creative. A carpenter. There are many, many ways to be creative, but this is a person that you see very much running their own life and kind of in a way that may eschew other people's like societal standards. You know, it doesn't matter to them if they're working outside the box, and as a matter of fact, if anything, again, much like you, Leo, they like it when people are paying attention. Like, oh, is that different? No big deal. And you toss your mane. God, you have just beautiful money cards. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, like security, opportunity, and the opportunity to then be generous, to have more than enough, and I'm really feeling like some of you are building a terrific structure this month. And for some of you, again, like they were saying, it may be like a restructuring. Like, okay, I already have, you know, my job or my business or my school that I've got, you know, in place. I've got my systems, I've got it, it's going, but now I'm going to readjust those systems. I'm going to look at the way that I do it and adjust. And it's so worth your time. So worth your time to multiply the little hard work. You multiply in creativity, natch. You multiply this Ace of Pentacles into a Ten of Pentacles. Now I do want to give you a warning. You do have, like, this is such a beautiful reading, Leo, but you do have a couple of cards of mystery and shadow. And that's not surprising, especially, like I said, considering that Pluto retrograde that's wrapping up. And when it goes direct on September 28th, it's really an opportunity to be very honest with yourself. And the remaining part of the retrograde is a really good time to look at all that stuff and look back, because retrogrades are for all those words: review, revamp, reorganize. So look your fears and your bad habits in the face. That's what I'm hearing. Look your fears and bad habits directly in the face. The Devil in Tarot is one of those cards that, of course, nobody wants to see. And I will just pick up and show you this ugly guy. Now, I want to say the Devil in Tarot is not Satan. Does not represent evil or anything like that. So for those of you who haven't been here before, definitely don't let that worry you. I know the word itself is already like, not so much. The Devil is about bondage. Yes, the kinky kind as well as the other kinds. I mean bondage in the sense of willing bondage, in the sense of addiction, temptations that we give into despite our better angels, right? So an addiction can mean substance abuse. It can mean attraction and relationships with people that we know are not healthy for us. Engaging in all kinds of, like, again, bad habits or temptations that we know in the end do not serve us and actually hold us back. So for many of you, this is a month when it's really, I'm feeling like for some of you, the new level of success and opportunity has been or is kind of revealing the places in which you're holding yourself back. It's revealing places where maybe you do a little bit of self-sabotage, or you're not allowing yourself to find your full potential. On first glance at this card, it looks like these figures at the Devil's feet are chained to him, but when we look closer, we can see the chains are just laying there at their feet. So they could technically really walk away at any time, but, I mean, look at him. He's pretty scary. Who wants to test that authority, right? But the thing about the Devil is, it's your devil. The Devil is nothing external. The Devil is your devilish qualities. We all have a shadow aspect. We all have, quote unquote, the devil that we tangle with. We, like they say, you know, we all have our demons. We could put it that way. Face it. Face it. And that is when you realize, oh, this is mine. This is taking it somewhere very interesting, but Spirit always gives the message that you need to hear. So for some of you, you may be people who are interested in practical magic, or even just like Jung, Carl Jung, like Jungian typology and shadow work and things like that. The Spirit is saying we all have our demons. It's a matter of whether you work for your demons or you put your demons to work for you. That's heavy, right? Your shadow can be considered unaccessed power. Anything that you haven't looked at in yourself and allowed to be like fully accepted. And again, the Devil, so temptation, obsession, lust, rage, all those things that we would rather like smash down and pretend is not there. I'm over my ex, I'm never jealous, I am not greedy at all, I'm the most generous person. You know, it's great to want to be all those things, Leo. And this is particular to you. You know, you have this big heart. You take a lot of pride in being a good person and in being particularly magnanimous and generous. I mean, sitting right here next to this king. However, it's important for you to acknowledge where that comes from. The moon is the unconscious, and the devil is about the shadow, which essentially lives in the unconscious. Anything that we make, quote unquote, unconscious is shadow power that we haven't accessed yet. So look at yourself fully in the face this month, Leo. Ironically, look at all this amazingness. Money, opportunity, peace of mind, dreams coming true, recognition on a huge level. And what does it take? It takes looking at yourself and being proud anyway. This King of Wands character, or the Queen of Wands, depending on whom you identify with in this spread, because obviously you're very well represented here in all your queenly and kingly glory. Your counterpart can help you with this. Your counterpart, for some of you, may even bring this out in you. Like, wow, I didn't know that I dealt with so much jealousy until I got with this fantastic person, and I just see all the attention they get, and it makes me insecure, let's say. And maybe that comes out in the form of, like, maybe I get pissed at them for no reason, and we get in a stupid fight, and then I feel like shit. The devil. Like, notice how you might be hiding something, and then it kind of geysers out, spouts out at some other time. You know, it's like Spirit is showing me in old cartoons where somebody would be like on a waterbed or in a boat that someone popped a leak in, and they're trying to like stick one thumb here, and then they have to stick another here because then it pops out this way. Stick, 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 stick. It's like, no, it needs to come out. It needs to come out. You're going to be okay. You're not going to drown. It needs to leak out. It needs to be like exposed rather than you keep trying to hide it. Then there will be catastrophe. Just go ahead and unzip, look at it, forgive yourself, love yourself. You have so much power. You're doing so many wonderful things this month. That makes me want to let's get straight into your Fiercely Focused spread. So I feel like the excitement continues. Such beautiful cards. Success, joy, enlightenment, not to mention getting paid. Okay, so if you haven't been here before, Leo, this is just a short 5-card spread to get a theme for your month, followed by 4 cards for the 4 different elements of your life, like health and finances, the mental realm, your heart and emotions, and then your spirit and creativity. So Spirit, what does Leo need to know? Wow. In September for their highest good. I'm throwing stuff. Did I say the excitement continues or what, Leo? The Chariot. The ultimate card of victory and overcoming obstacles. I particularly love to see that coming after the Devil. That makes me really happy. And I will tell you why. Because this is literally the card, hello, spatially challenged, of harnessing the shadow and the light, the unconscious and the conscious, and uniting your will to go in one direction. Uniting all of your energy to go where you want to go, the Chariot, to get in your vehicle of transformation and transform the shit out of your life. Like, yes, victory. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, Leo. Let's see, now let's look at finances. Your job, your money, your resources, as well as anything physical we need to know. Beautiful. Be willing to be the student. It's like you had almost every pentacle like card ever. The page says be patient, be humble, and be willing to learn. Be very wise about the way you invest your money. That's what Spirit just said. So for some of you, that's literal. Like, oh, I want to invest in this stock or in this company. And for others of you, it's like investing in the sense of, I think that this is what I want to do with my life, and then therefore I'm going to pay for this course or pay for this university, and invest in myself. So invest wisely, though, Leo. Again, you can sometimes get caught up in wanting like the finery. Remember that Knight of Pentacles that is just a little older than the Page of Pentacles and a little more grounded. You have something very fertile to plant. So this just tells me again, harness all of your knowledge of all of yourself. I'm about to butcher this quote, but this is what Spirit is like reminding me of, is If there is no enemy within, then the enemies without can never defeat you. That's what they're telling me about this. You are, and I mean this in the most positive way, you are your own worst enemy. You are your greatest adversary. Again, I'm going to kick it back to to Scott Pilgrim and bring up the end when he goes up against Scott. If any of you have seen this movie, let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. It's not about defeating your shadow, it's about integrating it. Also, nerd reference, check out the anime Persona 4. I think it's on Hulu, possibly also on Crunchyroll. Totally not like sponsored by any of those things. I am just an anime manga nerd. Okay. Now that said, speaking of nerdiness, let's look at your mental realm. Let's look at the way you're thinking. What's on your mind? What are you speaking about? What is your mental space looking and feeling like this month? I very much associate that card with the devil for you. This is a card of not wanting to look at or hear the reality sometimes. And you can put yourself in a position of stalemate because you can be fearful that you'll make the wrong choice. So some of you are feeling very much caught in the middle, very much like damned if I do, damned if I don't, or which way should I go? I have no idea. And Spirit is telling you, they're showing me like, they're giving me that very King Solomon energy of you're not going to cut the baby in half, right? If you know the story of King Solomon and the two women are both claiming that this baby is theirs. So they come before King Solomon so that he can decide who should have the baby. And, you know, so he's listening to their arguments. He's looking at these two women and this one baby. He doesn't know which one is lying. And he says, okay, so to be fair, we're going to cut the baby in half. And so one gets top and one gets bottom. And one of the women just, you know, shrieked out and said, never mind, like, give it to her if you want to, but don't hurt my baby. And of course, King Solomon chose her. So be honest with yourself. This is a big theme for you this month. There is so much possible, so much victory at hand for you, but you really need to be honest with yourself, Leo. You've got such a big heart. Give yourself some time and space, compassion, forgiveness, and look at this thing with courage. Take off the blindfold, and for some of you, it's about listening. You know, you're a fixed sign. You can be very stubborn. If somebody is telling you, like, hey, I need this, or you need to know this, or like, you know, I know you think everything's going great with this project, but you need to look at this part, you know, this needs work. Don't bypass that stuff, Leo. Go ahead and look stuff full in the face this month, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's going to work. It's going to work in your favor, okay? Don't be afraid of the stuff that you're not sure about. A confused mind always says no, as they say. So clear up the confusion. Get your thoughts out. Talk to somebody smart. Talk to that counterpart of yours, the Queen or King of Wands. Let them help you. Okay. Now we're going to look at what's going on in the emotional realm. What are you feeling in September? What do you need to know about what's going on in your heart and in your relationships in September? Beautiful. Could you get more court cards? Okay. So some of you have a very loving partner, or just because again, general readings, Leo, and if you ever do want to get a one-on-one, check the description below. I do have my little shop linked in there. But I say that because they're saying for some of you this is a partner, this Queen of Cups. For some of you it's more like just a very important figure in life. They're telling me for some of you mother, and for some of you like a dear friend, someone that you really, regardless of whether, again, mother, friend, lover, this is somebody with deep wisdom and compassion. She may be very quiet, kind of in her countenance, in the way she comes off. She may be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, because cups are water. She could very well be some kind of intuitive, either like professionally, or she just is an intuitive, compassionate person who just has a gift for giving advice. But like I said, she could also be something like a therapist, or like a tarot reader, or some kind of other intuitive. this person can also help you, particularly when it comes to this decision that you're afraid to make. Spirit is drawing me to the fact that she's sitting in front of all this water. Like, you know what, I don't even want to look at all my feelings. I would rather sit here on dry land with my arms crossed and my blindfold on and just ignore all of this. So this Queen of Cups could be therapy, could be a counselor, could be someone you just consider to be a close friend or confidant that can help you out with this. This person can help you sort through your feelings, okay, Leo? Talk to them. They love you, they have your best interests at heart, and they can help you see a little more clearly. Okay, now finally, let us look at what is lighting you up in September. Woo! Alrighty. If you say so. Wow, same card, different deck. This is the same as that card with the rainbow on it, with the meteor. The Eight of Wands of many different projects, many different options, many different offers and invitations. So, you know, get a planner or a dedicated notebook, Leo, and start writing these plans down. It's going to be a lot to keep in your head. It's a lot of opportunities, and you're going to want to choose wisely about what you invest in. You know, like, do you want to take on all 8 of these projects, or are you going to like say, hey, you know what, I'm going to concentrate on these 4. And again, they're saying though that for some of you, you're the one sending this stuff out, like resume, cover letter, here's my audition tape. Like, go for it, Leo. Go for it. Don't be afraid. Don't be held back. You've got victory coming to you. You've got wonderful advisors and confidants on your side. And if you're willing to be humble, to go slow and steady, and to plant this like a seed, nourishing it every day, watering it, talking to it, looking like a crazy person, playing music for it, you can grow the seed into an orchard. Happy for you, Leo. Very exciting month. Okay, let me know in the comments. Is this resonating? Has any of this already happened? I know I'm late, so I appreciate you listening so much, Leo. Sending you lots of love, many blessings. I hope that you have a wonderful month and that I see you again in my favorite month, October. Okay, check you later, Leo.